Hey guys, welcome to another product review from SavageShooters.com. Today we are looking at the Lee Auto Bench Prime, which is new for 2016. For the last 10-12 years or so, I've been using the Lee Auto Prime hand primers, and they've worked great for me. This is the original with the round trays. Just an excellent tool. Worked very well. I've been very happy with it. But unfortunately, Lee decided to re-engineer it and discontinue this style tray and this style lever. What they came out with as the replacement was the Auto Prime XR, which is this one with the square tray, and it has a different lever on it that is the greater angle. This one features the safety block off, so that if you have a primer ignite, it will not start a chain reaction, and never heard of it happening, but I'm guessing maybe possibly it could, so their lawyer said, yep, gotta have it. The problem with those is that with my carpal tunnel now, after about 20-30 cases, my hands and wrists hurt so bad I can't squeeze anymore. So I started looking for the benchtop mounted priming tools, and I looked at a lot of them. I looked at the RCBS and a few others, and most of them used them goofy tubes, and I just didn't want to have to deal with that. So when I saw this came out at SHOT Show, I was like, man, that looks like it might be the ticket. It took a few months to finally get one in, but it came in this week, and so far I'm really happy with it. Assembly is super easy. Basically, you take which one you want. That's a small, we're not doing small. So here's the large. You just slide her down in here. It's got a little groove here that it goes into. Come around, you just push it down slightly to compress the spring, and drop your shell holder in. Run it up. There's a little insert that goes on the inside of the shell holder hole that lines up. The tray is the clamshell style that they are using on a lot of their stuff now. Basically, you open it up. It's the right size. You can put it right over your tray of primers, flip them over, pull the tray off, give it a shake, and close it up. Now, there's a little lock mechanism on here that slides back and forth, and that controls your feeding of primers and locks the case lid shut. Now, in the fold down position towards the chute, that is your open and close position. In the middle, it will lock the lid closed, but it still will not let primers feed. And when you push it all the way to the top, that gives enough space for the primers to be able to slide down on either side and feed down into your cases. To put this in the press, just slide it right into the slot. Make sure your spring's centered up on it. Now if you listen, you'll hear that spring scraping across the back of there. And that's basically all there is to it. So what is it like using the new Auto Bench Prime? So far, I've just done large primers with it, and I've been very happy with it. The lever has very good feel, and you can feel the primer bottom out very well. So far, the only issue I've had with it is the pocket for the shell holder is a little loose, and it lets it rotate real easily. So you'll be going along, and you'll pull the case out, and it'll spin around on you, and you got to fix that. Slows you down a little bit. And occasionally, just like with these, you'll get where the primers bind up and it's not feeding one down in for the next case, and you got to just give it a tap or a shake, and that fixes that. Clamshell case is going to take a little getting used to. It's when you put 100 primers in there and you got the fold in there, it's kind of hard to shake them around to get them all flipped up right, so I just got to get used to that. So what are my overall impressions of the Lee Auto Bench Priming Tool? Personally, I think it's a great value, and it's going to speed up your reloading process. Value-wise, the Lee Auto Bench Prime is currently selling for between $25 and $30 at most online retailers. The competition, such as the Forster Coaxial Bench Priming Tool, is running $80 and requires you to use the primer tubes. RCBS has their Auto Bench tool, which runs $85, and it also requires you to use the priming tubes. The other option on the market is the RCBS APS priming tool, which uses the little plastic primer holder strips, which requires you to purchase another tool to be able to load the primers into them strips before you load the primers into your cases. Just the priming tool alone without the strip loader is $95. So the Lee Auto Bench Prime is coming in at 1/3 the cost of the competition, and it's a lot easier and faster to use. It doesn't get much better than that, folks.